welcome to another video on the channel. I need you to get that seatbelt, lock it in, because we are going to be talking to you about stocking the club. Now, first of all, I want to tell you about what you can see on the screen right now, which is all of these centre backs. And you're probably thinking, well, these only went up because of the Evo. You are absolutely correct. But we did already have some of these in the club. The ones we didn't have are obviously the two players that you can see that we've got a duplicate of, which is obviously a Kanji and Fodder. We did rush invest and go and pick them up very cheap, and eventually we did go and sell them. Now, as you can see, we did have 1.112 million coins. That is 1,112,000. And these went from 1,000 coins all the way up to 4,000 and above. It didn't matter really on the rating, but we did have these players in the club. Now, what we did is obviously we opened up packs and we just saved them. And these were obviously tradable players. So this was just a little bit lucky, but it's because I don't open up or complete any of these upgrade SBCs because I just feel like they're useless, especially when you've got tradable cards. Why put tradable cards into the SBC when they are worth something and the untradables are not? Okay, so I like to try and keep all my tradable players in the club, but only sell them when they go up in price like this. And as you can see, we did go and buy a Medina there as well, and we did go and sell him. So I'm going to go back now, and as you can see, this is what we are at now on 1.3 mil. So since Sunday night to now, which is Tuesday daytime, last night on Monday, we made absolute bank. And that was all from having 84s in the club that we stocked up on. We stocked up on them when they was at 1.3, I think they was, and yesterday they went up to 4,000 coins. So we was making approximately around 2.8k per card. We also had Fenerbahce players go up, and 83s went up because of certain SBC. So as you can see there, we did go and sell, or we have sold them on to a little Timmy, as people call them. These are called lazy buyers. So we did go and sell them to lazy buyers for 2,000 and 1,900 instead of selling them for their exact price, which is about 1,500 coins. And I'm still trying to sell a few more now as well. Let's have a look here. These are all my bronzes from my bronze packs. Ignore them for now. Where are these? So yeah, we've still got a couple here that we're still trying to sell for 2,000 coins as well. Hopefully they will sell. I've been trying to sell them for most of the day, not gonna lie, and they haven't been selling, so I might have to drop the price. Or if their price is too low, I will just go and keep them, because 83s were at 1,000 coins. So this is kind of like learning the market a little bit, but it, like, with 83s, with fodder cards anyway, you can kind of tell what prices are the best. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the fodder prices. So 83, roughly around about 1,000 coins. If you can get them for 1,000 coins and just keep them in your club, then eventually they will go up to 1,500 or even 2,000 coins if you're lucky and you're able to go and make yourself a little bit of coinage there. 84s, probably around in between 2,000 to 2,500, maybe below 3,000 coins. If you pick them up, they can rise above 3k and go to about 4,000 coins, which they did. 85s are in the range of 6,000 to 8,000, so obviously you want to get them at the lowest, which is about 6,000, maybe a little bit below that, and then eventually sell at what they are now, which is 7.8 to 8,000 coins. 86s, you probably want to go and pick up for as low as below 10,000 coins, and eventually they could rise up to 12,000 or even higher. 87s, roughly around about, they're in between 14,000 and about 18,000. Sometimes they're pushed to 20, which is obviously your selling price, 18 to 20. Whenever you're happy with the profit, go and sell them. Profit's profit, simple as. So 87's probably looking at about 14,000 or anything below 15,000. You want to try and get them as cheap as you can. 88's below 22,000. They can go up to 28, 30k. 89's, get them as low as 34,000 and they could go all the way up to 38, maybe to 40,000 coins. You could get them for about 30,000 coins. Not now, but this is obviously when certain things aren't available, which will drop that price. And then 90 rated, so probably just above that, so you're looking at about 44, maybe about 44k all the way up to 50k, maybe a little bit more. and then 91k is obviously above 60,000 coins. So yeah, and obviously 90 rated, I think you can actually push them a little bit further. They might even go 90. I'm not too sure on like the higher, so like 90, 91s, they're all over the show. But everything else that I've said there are very, very good to go and get at the lowest price that I mentioned. Now, if you're stocking it, obviously those prices, for example, I stocked 84s at 1.3 and I stocked 83s at 1,000 coins, then obviously eventually they will release SBCs, which they did yesterday, which they released the Icon SBC, which everyone wants to go and complete. And when people want to go and complete SBCs, they will obviously go up in price. Now, there was an SBC that came out yesterday as well, which was a fantastic SBC. And no, it wasn't the Centurions upgrade, 100 upgrade. No, it wasn't. That is, yeah, stay away from that, boys. Stay clear away from that. It was the UEFA marquee matchups. Now, this SBC was an absolute banker. As you can see, Copenhagen and Manchester United. Nobody has Copenhagen players. Why would you have a Copenhagen player, right? Why would you? Because I stock my club, that is why. And that's why you guys should stock your club, because these cards went all the way up to about 10,000 coins. If I just go and click on this, let me just go onto the transfer market. I love using this transfer market here, but you need to be careful because you can go and buy players for maximum price by accident just by pressing your A or your X button. So if I just go to Denmark and go to Copenhagen, let's just go and have a little look to see how much they're at right now. So they're extinct. They are extinct at 10,000 coins. So if you had these in your club, you could easily go and sell them. But I wouldn't sell them for 10,000 coins because a lot of you might know by now that there has been massive amount of coin wipes on people's accounts for selling them for max prices, whether that's to do with Evo trading, or whether that's solution trading, or whether that's just selling them for what their price is. EA are literally on lockdown trying to get your coins wiped from your account. So be careful. I don't sell at 10k anymore. I have been banned in the past for selling it many at 10k. So make sure that you are selling roughly around about 9,300 at max, depending obviously, you know, the price of the card. So if you had a load of Copenhagen players in your club, you would have been able to go and sell them for 9,300 per card right now. And the good thing about stocking your club is that you don't actually have to sell them, not all the time anyway. You don't always have to go and sell them at the time when the SBC is released. Like this one here, this was released last night on Monday night, and they are still at 10,000 coins. So what is kind of good now is bronze packs, because there's about 4 or 5 Copenhagen players that you can get from bronze packs. And let's just go and have a little look actually. And if you're able to get one, you can go and sell one straight up for 9,300 coins, which is more than the 2 Team of the Weeks, or better chance than the 2 Team of the Weeks from last week. Now, obviously Wednesday, if they release Team of the Weeks there as well, then bronze packs are going to be flying. Let's have a look. Okay, so there's 4. There's actually 4 that you can get, right? So if you're going to pack one of these, you're making a little bit of money, simple as. This is why you stock your club. Now, I'm going to start moving a bit further down. So obviously we've spoken about the fodder prices. Next up would obviously be your gold, common, or just your low rated golds. What I would advise you to go and do is go and pick up players from the top nations. So your French players, your Brazilian players, your English players, Spanish players, and so on, right? Your top nations. Then what you can do is also do the top leagues. So your Premier League, your Ligue 1, your Santander, Bundesliga, did I say Ligue 1? Serie A. And you can go and pick up players from there. Now, why would you go and pick up players from here? Once again, it's just stocking the club, just in case an SBC comes out. For example, that marquee matchups one came out, and it had a position of 3 cams. So if I just go over onto the cam, there has been a load of French cams that have rose in price. There's a snipe right there, and unfortunately I didn't get him. So these have all gone up, and if you had, and this is all cards by the way, so all the bronze cards are all up to roughly around about 1.8k. Silver cards are all up for 1.8k, and so on. Now if we go to Ligue 1 cam French, then they're currently at 1.9. Okay, Hang on a minute. They were up yesterday, so they might have dropped a little bit. Yeah, so they have dropped a little bit. They're up at about 2.2k. You need to go and be picking up about 2,000 coins, maybe 1,900. But you need to go be picking up, obviously, your top nations, your top leagues from, obviously, for gold cards, right? For gold cards in certain positions. Your best positions on this game, it's gonna sound like I'm saying all of them, right? I would advise just go and pick up from everywhere, but your main ones are obviously your left wings, your right wing, your center forward, cam, left mid, right mid, and maybe left back or right back. Not always, but maybe left back, right back. And you could even go center mid, center defensive mid as well. You know, center backs are not really used so much in these SBCs. So they don't tend to go up that much. Left wing backs, right wing backs, and goalkeepers don't really tend to go up so much. I think there's too many of them, or yeah, they're just not used. For example, right wing back, left wing back, never used. It's always left back and right back. So yeah, I would advise going everywhere. The top positions will be cam, left mid, right wing, left wing. They're your main positions that I would 100% go and get up first. And for the price, get them as cheap as possible. Get them when they're as low as possible. So for golds, get them when they're like 400 coins if you can, and just put them into your club. Forget about them. Don't put them into SBCs, because when you do SBCs, make sure you're using your untradables. It's as simple as that. If you want to go and use the tradable ones, then feel free to do so. But that means that you need to go and bring or buy them again and put them back into your club. The other one here is Italian players for Serie A. Once again, you know, league for the nation. And again, as you can see, cam for Italy are currently going up to 3,000 coins. And again, these are for silvers. So I would advise for the silvers as well, pick them up as cheap as possible. I wouldn't go any higher. For me personally, I wouldn't go any higher than maybe 300 coins on a silver, because you can always get them a little bit lower, which means that if the price of that card from 300 goes down to say 200 coins, you're losing coins, but you're not losing too many. Whereas if you go and buy them for 1,000 coins and they drop all the way down to 200 coins, you're losing 800 coins. And the same with bronzes. Okay, so with silvers, once again, exactly the same with your golds. Go and pick them up for as cheap as possible in those specific positions: cam, left mid, left wing, right wing, top nations, top leagues, and you're sorted. You can look on Footbin to have a look to see what players are probably the best. For example, you can look for players with pace, you can look for players with the best passing, you can look for players that are most popular. You know, all these things you can go and check out. We do post maybe a couple of investments and stuff in the Discord if you really want to join, but I've tried to keep the Discord as BPM as possible, because obviously that's what I do. So that is your gold commons or your low rated golds onto your silvers, and onto bronzes. You can do exactly the same for bronzes, but I would advise sticking to your bronze packs. Now I don't know what's here. Let's have a look. Okay, this is just from a bronze pack that I had a little bit earlier on. I would advise just sticking to your bronze packs. Obviously, when you open up a bronze pack, go and quick sell everything that is consumable. Go and put your managers into your club, because over the last couple of weeks, we've had random managers go up in price due to player SBCs or due to players going to promos. Players that are very popular or very OP in the game, that people want to use into a team but can't use them because they don't have the chemistry. So Danish managers went up was it Danish? I think Danish went up when Odegaard came out as an SBC. Norway managers went up. Hang on, Danish for Odegaard. Norway went up for Odegaard. Did Danish? No, Danish hasn't gone up yet, I don't think. I'm trying to think off the top of my head here, guys. Anyway, right, Norway went up. Egypt 100% went up, and they're still up at 5k because of Mo Salah. Who else went up? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Finland, was it Finland? No, Iceland. Iceland went up because of, was it Bjornsson? I don't know what his name is. He went up because he was an Evo and his card went up to an 87 rated and he looked insane. So people was like, I want to get him in. And then the Iceland managers just boomed up in price. So I would always advise to put the bronze managers into your club first. And whenever you get them a duplicate, if they're not selling like this Irish manager, then you can easily just go and get rid. For all players, put them into your club unless they are selling for a higher price. For example, French cams right now, Italian cams right now, Fenerbahce players right now. You know, all these type of cards, if they are selling, then, you know, go and get them sold. I always advise if they're selling for over 1,000 coins, get them gone. Or 800 is my minimum, right? Anything over 800, get them sold. Anything that is under 800, probably keep. It's usually 600 to 800 that I sell and above. And then obviously, you know, duplicates. If you're getting any duplicates, never quick sell. Never quick sell. Go and sell them and you will be happy as Larry, right? I should be able to go and sell her for 300 coins. And then this guy is currently at 500 coins as well. In all fairness, right? Looking at this card, you could go and buy him for 550 and then he's at 10k coins. Yeah? But the thing with bronzes is, and a load of people will do that, but the problem with this is that this card might be demanded because there's only 2 pages left. But he would only be demanding if there's an SBC that he is required in. So for me personally, I'm not going to go and buy him because he's been on the market for 11 minutes and he still hasn't been bought, even though he's the lowest one and there is no other one between 10k and 550 coins. No one's bought him. And why haven't they bought him? Because he isn't demanded. He isn't needed for anything. So yeah, I wouldn't risk buying him just for 550 coins because he's probably a 200 coin player. I will try and sell mine eventually for as low as like 300 though. And I like to go and put my contracts in the club, guys. Why? Because eventually when I do need some coins, if I ever did, which I won't, but if I ever did, I can go into my club and I can easily go and, you know, quick sell them all because they're not moving in price. I can quick sell them all and get a chunk of coins back into my club. And if they ever go up for some reason, I've always got them there to go and sell for 200 coins or whatever they go to. A lot of people have also been saying about with the BPM and stuff like that is what happens when you've got a full transfer list, and what about upgrade SBCs? Now, if you watch my previous video, upgrade SBCs is a no-go for me unless you list up your transfer list not 100 times. When you list up your transfer list plenty of times, let's just say 3-4 times, and you are struggling to sell the players, they are not selling at all for 200 coins, and you're probably only making maybe 3 or 4 spaces every single time you relist them, then you could probably go and put these into that SBC, the upgrade SBC, to go and rinse your transfer list to then go and start opening up bronze packs again. Now, the quickest way to go and do this is once they stop selling, let's have a look. I don't think there's any cards here. Yeah, there is. Great. So as you can see, they have a red X on them, which means that I've already relisted them before. So there's a little tool that I use called Pale Tools, and I don't usually promote Pale Tools because I don't know, it's just an add-on which apparently can get people banned, but I do use it myself. So what it does is it's got loads of things on there, but the main thing that I use it for is for this. And what happens is when you go into the SBC of the bronze upgrade, you can then go and send every player that is on your transfer list into that SBC very quick, just by a click of the button. Instead of you going, oh, what's that guy's name? His name's Coyote. Oh man, I've forgotten all the other 10 players, what their names, you know. All you have to do is you just have to swap them with the duplicate in your club, because you will probably see the red cross there. You'll probably try to do it on Pale Tools and it won't work, right? So this is how you do it. You have to swap them with the player in your club. This will make them a player on the transfer list rather than a player selling on the transfer list. So then when you go into the bronze upgrade SBC, you'll click there's 3 lines, click the 3 lines, and then it will say transfer list, click that button, and it will start putting these players in there within seconds. All you do is click submit, click again, click transfer list, click submit, click again, click transfer list, and click submit. And that way you can literally send all your players from the transfer list into the bronze upgrade SBC as quick as possible. That is the only time I will put my bronzes into that SBC, because we want to make as much coins back as possible, else you're going to be losing or wasting so many coins opening up bronze packs. Obviously, as I've shown you, as I was talking then, there was a cheeky little French manager, and I always post my managers of what they're selling for on my Twitter, so make sure you do go and follow that, or in the description down below. There's obviously French managers, Egyptian managers, Korean managers, Brazilian managers. They're all up at 5k right now as well. Sorry guys. So there's a little bit of money back. But while you're doing this, and as this video is about club stocking, as you're doing the bronzes here and you're making a little bit of money back, this is why we put all our bronzes into the club instead of selling them if they are at 600 coins, 400 coins, 500 coins. I'd rather put them into my club and eventually they will sell. And that is why we made so much money from the Fenerbahce SBC yesterday, because we had 4 bronze players in our club from Fenerbahce just from stocking them into the club. Now you're probably thinking, well, you didn't need them at a certain time, but this is the whole point why we keep them and why we stock our club. So guys, if this video has helped you with why we stock the club and what players are needing to stock the club, or how we stock the club basically, then obviously hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below, let me know what you think, let me know what else you want to know about this horrible game. Because it is awful right now. This is the only thing that I'm really enjoying. Let me know down in the description what you think, guys. Get involved with all the socials. If you need any help with anything to do with BPM related, get yourself in the Discord. I will leave that link in the description as well. And I think that's it, guys. So I will see you all on the next one. Peace.